been friends a long time. Brant and I played together back in 98 to 2000, 97 to 2000, something like that.
Yep.
And then Brant took a little sabbatical. Sean and I played together in lots of bands. Andy, Sean, and I played together. And then we've been fans of his other bands. Our bands have played together over the years. It's just kind of we're old friends getting together, making probably, I think, the best music collectively we've ever done. So.
James Whitcomb Riley was a huge influence on me when I was in high school. I used to listen to the Smiths a lot, and the lead singer Morrissey was a big fan of James Dean. And James Dean used to always read James Whitcomb Riley because he was from the same state of Indiana. And I just fell in love with it. I fell in love with his crazy, sporadic way of writing poetry.
He just put some of the poems and used them as lyrics, and it just worked out. And eventually, it came to be where we decided to use all the poems. And Brant, again, just said, "Hey, why don't we just call it Whitcomb?" And it just stuck.
We've done it a bunch of times, and I think I've done it like a few songs where I came up with a melody and they would just play over it, and then play over it, and play over it, and over it again. Such as one of our new songs, which is probably going to be the hardest song for me to sing. Like, that is like a really difficult song to sing.
I'm proud of it. That's what we've done. I think we all are. You know.
I think it actually is like it's more than the sum of its parts. It's like everybody in the band is an excellent musician, vocalist, whatever. But when we're all playing together, it actually becomes a lot more than what our individual accomplishments could be.
I've been in a few bands, and this band has probably been the most collaborative and most honest and sincere, and just great bunch of guys that I could actually want to tour with.
I wanted to play music. I just loved all the rock stars when I was a little kid. I saw Twisted Sister when I was 10 years old, and the whole spectacle changed me that night. I came home a total rocker, and then just wanted to play music.
I picked up the guitar, and it seemed a lot easier than not playing it.
I've always had a soundtrack going in my head since I was probably 5 or 6. Just always something going on up there. My dad countless times telling me not to drum at the table, but I just always wanted to play, and just glad that I'm able to.
The first thing I can remember that made me want to play guitar anyway was watching the Dukes of Hazzard and seeing Waylon Jennings play guitar. That's the first time I remember actually wanting to play.
And will not let me rest.
I think it was forced upon me by my brothers, my older brothers. They would play Zeppelin in Boston, you know, everything from the 70s, early 80s, Styx, Yes, all that stuff, and I just started singing from there.
I remember being about 10 and whatever I was listening to at the time, one of my older sister's friends gave me a copy of Led Zeppelin Physical Graffiti double record. It said, "Here, you don't listen to what you're listening to now, listen to this." John Bonham really opened my eyes originally to what was possible just in rhythm and in drumming in general.
I'm influenced by a variety of music. I listen to just about everything. Radiohead and Tool and some heavier stuff, Mastodon, Dillinger Escape Plan. And then I have some secret Journey love inside me, and pop music and folk music, just any kind of music that's got some intensity and emotion to it.
Morrissey's a huge influence of mine because of his emotive quality that he has. I think myself as a vocalist, I've taken the parts of what he does as a singer and done it in just a little more aggressive and more asshole-ish way.
Short-term goals are to make it to each practice and get a van so these guys can stop complaining about driving me to practice all the time. And my long-term goal would be to be able to just get out on the road and play.
It is a goal that any band wants, is to actually be able to go on tour and actually see what people really think about themselves, you know, and if people dig it, then that's a great feeling, in my opinion. I love that feeling of like, people going like, I understand what your point is, and I think that's really important for a band who wants to succeed.
Yeah.
To be able to feel,
It's
you know?
nice to
Even
be
if
liked.
you only get a few people.
Yeah.
We've played out of state before where, 3 people come up to you at the end of it and they're just like, that was incredible.
I've been doing it for 20 years, you know. I'm going to keep playing until my hands give out. And it's basically the only thing. Whatever comes from it is great, but it's a great opportunity, and it's just to hang with your friends, play some good music, and, you know, we're doing some good stuff right now, I think, so see what happens.
Working on a new EP. I think the 5 songs we're going to be doing are absolutely killer. There's 3-part harmonies all over the place. There's incredible riffs, and just musical styling is beautiful. We're all just, trying to get a point across, I think. Individually. That's why I love this band, because we communicate a lot.
Shut up.
That's important.
Shut up.
You need to go to a meeting.
I need to go to a meeting.
Who likes our shoes?